Hi, everybody. Welcome to Ask Jenny K. Thanks for joining me. Today, remember, this is your chance to ask your questions, get your quilting questions answered. Today's topic is Let's Talk Lights. And we're going to talk about some different lighting options and different things to think about when you're lighting your quilting oasis. So, I wanted to just let you know about a few things. For one, I'm going to have a lot of new stuff happening on my website coming up soon. So be sure to visit. It's jennykquilts.com. And for anybody who signs up for my newsletter, you get a free pattern from me to you as a thank you. So be sure to check that out. All right, today I really don't have a new quilt to show you, but I wanted to kind of give you a behind the scenes thing. Next week, I'm going to be filming in the filming for F&W for Quilt Makers, for Quilt Makers Magazine, Lessons in Creativity. If you haven't seen any of those episodes, you might want to go to QNN and check them out. What they do is they take a quilt from the magazine, the particular issue, which this is going to be the November-December 2016 issue, and the quilt is called Shadowbox. And we take that quilt and use it as creative inspiration. And we talk about all different kinds of things that you can do using that quilt as a starting block, a starting point. So this is kind of what it looks like for me. I'm going to be filming 8 videos, but we do different fabric for each video. And all these are from Clothworks, by the way. So the fabric, like this is one set here. It's kind of an eclectic collection of fabrics all together, I know, but it does break down. It all makes sense. This is one set here, and then we're going to do a little Halloween themed one. And then here's this one with all coffee cups and coffee beans. That's going to be a fun one. And then I thought to do a more boy-oriented one. I know you see a lot of girl quilts and girl stuff out there, but this one I think is going to be really boy. You got black and white, and then blue, green, and red. Nice, strong colors. And then this one is going to be for a pincushion. I'm telling you guys, this is so cute. I can't stand it. It's adorable. And then I am so fortunate to be able to work with all these different kind of fabrics from all different kinds of makers, and there's usually one collection in there, one set of fabrics in there that'll be like, oh, I love it. And that's this one this time around. These colors, I love it. I think they're great. They're so fun to work with. So I'm really looking forward to stitching up this part and filming with that next week. So, let's see. Okay, so let's get to our topic. Our topic today is Let's Talk Lights. There are really 3 different kinds of lights to think about when you're talking about lighting your sewing area. One is the all-over room light, and then you have added spotlights, and then you also have built-in lights. And we'll talk a little bit about the type of lighting. I know you've probably seen it if you've bought lights at all. Lights that say daylight. Uh, and that just means that the intention of that light is to give you a truer view, as if you were out in the sun, to make it the most realistic one possible. I tend to choose those whenever I have the chance, because as a designer and a teacher, I want to have the truest colors. I want to have it to be true and accurate to what it really is. So that's my preference, a nice daylight light. And then I've also been transitioning everything into LEDs. LEDs give you a nice bright white light, and they don't take as much energy as some of the other lights, and they last for a long time. So I'm going LEDs whenever I can. All right, so let's talk about built-ins, the lights that are built into your machine. Now, I know when I first started quilting, I had one little light on the center of my machine. It was right over the needle, and that was it. But now I've been able to use this one that has 2 lights over the needles, and then another light, like two other lights in the throat plate area. And I mean, that's bonus. That's beautiful. I'm so glad they're starting to do that. But what happens if your light bulb in there burns out and you need to replace it? This is a great trick, my friends. I had one that burned out and I needed to replace it, so I called at the shop and I said, I need a new light bulb, and I told them the machine name and everything like that, and they said, oh yeah, that's going to be $26. What? How is this hand grenades? I'm not paying $26 for that little bitty light bulb. There's got to be a better way. So what I did is I went online. I took that light bulb out, right? I went online to Super Bright LEDs. You can check out their website, Super Bright LEDs, and I bought a replacement LED light bulb for that for $6. And I'm telling you, that's the way to go. So if you can replace them, check out the Super Bright LEDs. to find another option. Instead of always going through the sewing machine supply place, you might be able to find a better choice. All right, another thing to think about, the next thing to think about is added spotlights. So you see this little spotlight here, you fasten it to the side of your machine, and this is removable. This one is removable, and see, I'm showing you right now the bendable bright light kit. It's $30 to $50 depending on where you get it. And it's cool because it has a little thing so you can wind the cord onto the back of the machine, so you don't have to, have the cords up there and everything. But it also has a nice bendable neck with an LED light, and it's bendable, so you don't just have to point it right there where you're working. You can also, oh, I gotta rip the stitches. You can point it over here and rip out your stitches, right? Nice spotlight there. So that's a really handy option. And they used to be the only game in town, bendable bright light kits, but not anymore. I found this one. It's available on Nancy's Notions that I saw it. I bought this package at Market. I haven't had a chance to put it on my machine, but when I saw it there, they looked great. And this does the same thing, bendable light, and you can attach to the back of your machine, and it's a very good option to bring that extra little bit of spotlight in there. And then the last thing to talk about is the added light to your room. So what I did, I bought a table lamp from the Daylight Company. They don't make this particular style anymore, but they do make plenty. And it has a bendable neck, so I can move it around into position and wherever I need it to be. And then you can see I have a compact fluorescent daylight bulb in there. And like I said, that I'm replacing everything that I can with the daylight and LEDs later on if possible. So those are just some different options to think about. And because I can raise this up, I can illuminate the whole room, or I can illuminate an area if I need to. Anything I need to do to make my sewing space more comfortable for me, more usable for me, and make it more of an oasis. So that's it for this topic, you guys. Thanks so much for joining me. Next week, as I said, I'm going to be in the studio, so I won't be able to do a live broadcast. But the time after that, the week after that, I'm going to talk about thread. Talk about all different kinds of thread. So if you have questions about thread, be sure to chime in and let me know so I can be sure to answer them and have them all ready for next time. I appreciate all the views, likes, comments. Feel free to share this video. Thanks so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time.